dealing with the streets, what it is.
I'm giving it to you in the raw.
You don't correct violence with violence. When we first moved over here, it was drive-by. I heard drive-by coming through here to the alley. It was a drive-by. Some dude died.
Either way it goes, it's still gonna be violence in the neighborhood.
Everybody wants to fight these days. I don't know why everybody wants to fight.
As a youth growing up in the city of Chicago, I would say so far I lived a rather safe life. But today we are constantly seeing many of our youth being victims of violence.
My son was shot with a gun. My son, I lost my only son to violence. They shot him in the head. And he was a pleasant guy. He wasn't the type to carry nothing around but a stick. It should have affected me. I'd be crying all the time. I'm always in tears because of my son. Today is the day for the holiday. He usually helped me put up the grill and stuff. He's not here no more to do that.
Growing up as a young boy, I lost a lot of loved ones. Now that I'm older, it's hard to sleep at night because the bad memories is taking over my soul.
I live on a quiet block. Unfortunately, that's where my son tried to run away from a young man who shot him because my son, according to witnesses, disrespected him.
Nobody's born violent. I think violence is a behavior we learn. On the streets. If you ask a kid, why do you carry a gun? He'll tell you because everybody else carries one.
To me, it means that these people, these children have come, I shouldn't just say children, I should say men, have come under the influence of demonic spirits. I believe that. Why would you take a life that wasn't yours to give or to take?
Violence is the scale that cannot be weighted. To young people, violence is time that is wasted.
That's the president.
I think it's very difficult. People want to look at, well, what's wrong with those people? And that's one part of the equation. Why are people fighting? Why are they fighting over drugs, over turf, whatever? The other level of it is, why has all this violence been done to the community? Why wasn't it invested in? And it's been abandoned, and the result of that is a lot of demoralization. And people are out for themselves and doing terrible things. But you can't look at one without the other.
It's really a lot of talent in this community, and a lot of them are not exposed. To different things. This is all they know is maybe 16th Street, Roosevelt Road. So they're not exposed, and they don't know how to resource or network and find other avenues and get off into things like that. So my thing is that they're looking for love. They want to be loved. Everybody wants to be loved.
My father died when I was very young. My mother was at home when I was at school. So when I used to come home from school, my mother would go to work. I grew up with 3 brothers, and there was love in the house, but my brothers, they never hugged me. They never told me they loved me. I would go down to the corner. The guys on the corner would tell me, I love you, I fight for you, I die for you.
I don't know. Sometimes you feel angry, lonely. You don't get no attention. That's why people do what they do.
Very few people are actually helping guys get on the right track, and that's what Ceasefire does. We help guys get on the right track to get over them anniversaries. Don't let 6 by 9 or 6 feet under be your only choices.
We all need to put away our selfish ways and try to take others' lives into consideration without reacting violently in any situation.
It's time for us to say, oh no, we are not going to take this anymore. It's about us, young people specifically, saying there are other ways to do this, and then demanding that there's some changes made. We don't have to accept this. You know, and restorative justice is not about stomping your foot and cursing somebody out and dragging them down. It's about saying there's a way that we can get along, there's a way we can support each other, and there's a way that we can truly, truly, truly reach our potential. But it's going to happen together, it's going to happen because we're unified, and it's going to happen because the community believes in young people.
It's not about jobs, it's about home training. And it's about standing back and not saying, I'm tired of you. I don't care what you do. Many children have heard that. I don't care what you do. Go on out there and do it. That's what it's all about.
So important that community, persons, young people like yourself, your parents, your pastor, your teacher, other leaders have to work together.
I mean, we got to get in our children's head. We got to get in their mind, in their thoughts. We got to save our children. If we don't, the streets will eat them alive.
One of my old mentors used to say, and he's an actor, a civil rights, and I look up to him today. His name was Mr. T, and he always said, pity the fool. And I look at pity the fool as in either progress or be a fool.
For all the young kids out there doing wrong and doing drugs, you should become an advocate of peace and decrease the violence.
Life is not like a skit. You can't do it over again.
I'm going to live my life to the fullest.
Nonviolence is not inaction. It is hard work. It is patience to win.
We all need to come together as a community and deal with our feelings.
Violence is meaningless. Peace is significant.
Because of all this violence, my grades are slipping. Another statistic, a young black teen has gone ballistic.
It's the Duke and the Duchess, trying to live life, trying to roll with the punches or end up on crutches.
Questions on my mind.
We got a lot of questions, trying to find some answers.
Flashback time to time.
Will we ever get peace or will violence ever cease?
My question's undefined.
And if it don't cease, then it's gonna increase.
How come the government throwing our money into a jail cell instead of a school fund? How come the government supplying us with illegal weapons instead of supplying us with legal minds?
Some might have true affection, will peace of a brain, a different skin complexion.